Hello, this is Erin with The Joy in Pens and Paper, and I received a package today that I'm so excited about. It is from Grail Pens, and I ordered it 2 nights ago, and so within less than 48 hours, it has arrived. And I'm very excited. I will be honest, when I brought it in from where UPS dropped it off, the theme song from Top Gun 2 was playing, and I held it and I danced with it, and I am so excited. I should be ashamed of that, but I'm really not. So let's open this bad boy up. So it has a mailer bag on it. Oops. And I could not find on my desk, my box cutter from Hobonichi that has a very small blade. So I'm using these little sewing scissors. They're so cute. So I've got my packing slip, and this item was purchased because I gambled and I won money. So really this was not purchased with my own money. It would have taken me a couple of months to save up for it. It's already taken me a few months. It would have taken me a few more months. But because I had this financial windfall, I decided it was time to finally make the plunge. So they have certainly packaged this with care. It is a Leonardo Momento Zero Grande 2.0. All right, so this is a cardboard sleeve right here. Oh, look at this box. That is a sturdy box. Oh gosh, I'm so excited. So excited. Okay. So here's the guarantee, and here is the pen. Okay. So I first fell in love with this pen when Karina Loves to Plan got it. I will be very honest. Oh, and it comes with a bottle of blue ink, which, very grateful for this, but this will not be what I ink this pen up with. So I'm gonna put this back into the box. Oh, that's so soft. Okay. Yeah, so Karina Loves to Plan got this pen, and I absolutely fell in love with it. I thought it was just stunning, gorgeous, and of course, the price was not within my price point. Look at that little, I love it. I love it. I love it. But this was 20% off, and like I said, I won the money. And so really, it cost me, technically speaking, $20 to play Keno. And I won over $1,000. Actually, after purchasing this pen, I still had close to $1,000 in winnings. So, but this is the Momento Zero Grande 2.0 in angel skin. And it has the one kind of bigger reason that I went ahead and got this pen is that it was on the 20% off sale. It is a limited edition with the rose gold accents, and I was very worried that it was going to sell out. And there was, at Gold Spot, there was only one nib size or nib grind that you could get, and that was a flexible fine nib in 14 karat. And I realized that if I really wanted a Leonardo, and so I decided that I was going to commit to getting a Leonardo with a 14 karat gold nib as opposed to a steel nib, not throwing any judgment or shade at anyone else who has a Leonardo with a steel nib, but I wanted one Leonardo, and because I wanted one, I wanted it in the 14 karat gold. So I kind of jumped on purchasing this, and I probably would have gotten just a regular fine nib, but the flexible fine, I'm certainly pleased to have the opportunity to use. Look at that. That is a gorgeous nib. And I actually was just reflecting, I had the opportunity to borrow a flexible nib pen from Miss Marilyn Darling, and I'm very grateful for that. And I wasn't necessarily inclined to have a flex nib in my collection, but again, this is a Leonardo. So, and I'm fairly certain this is also an ebonite feed, which I also really wanted, an ebonite feed. And this is a piston filler. So it has the piston fill mechanism right here. And if you watch in that window, you will see the piston come on down. There we go. It holds 1.5 millimeters of ink. And in preparation for this pen arriving, because I knew that it was going to arrive, I started looking at my ink selections, and I was thinking that it may be nice to do a blush pink ink in it. Just gonna do a little water flush really quick just to get anything out of there that might, oh yeah, there's, oh, I'm glad I did that. There we go. Okay. And then I just use a white t-shirt to dry. There we go. All right. So the color that I had wanted to do was Colorverse Brunch Date, which I have a sample of from Grail Pens. And I have not yet inked this up, so I just thought that that was a really nice pairing. And before I ink it up, let's go ahead. Oops. Still had some water in there. Okay. Close the piston. Let me cap this pen. Oh, it's so pretty. It's so much prettier than what I expected. So I want to do a little size comparison here. And so the pens I'm going to compare it to is an Esterbrook Estie and a, let me close that piston, a Noveler Nautilus and a Benu Euphoria. And a, remove some of these, TWSBI Eco. So it is longer than a TWSBI Eco, but it's actually somewhat a comparable size to the other pens. And let's see, let me grab a Pilot Vanishing Point. Just thinking about pen models that are a little bit more common. So it is very comparable to the Noveler Nautilus and the Benu Euphoria, and in length it's pretty similar to the Esterbrook SD. Now let's uncap, and we're going to have a whole bunch of rolling because I don't have a fancy tray for the pens, but let's see how I do. I'm going to try to line up. Ooh, stay there, sir, ma'am. Pen. This one I'm just going to remove because it doesn't apply at this point. I do really love rose gold, so I love that my collection is starting to get rose gold heavy. Oh no, that was nicely set. Okay. There we go. Thank you for bearing with me while I line all of these things up. All right, so it is again about the same size as a Noveler Nautilus. It is a little bit shorter than the TWSBI Eco, but the nib and feed is longer. It is a little bit longer than an Esterbrook SD, and it's a little bit shorter than a Benu Euphoria. All right, so I'm going to cap these beauties. Thank you for coming out to play. Oh, I'm having a moment of appreciation for my pen collection. They're all just so pretty. All right, so again, Colorverse Brunch Date is what I'm going to ink this up with. Oh, there might not be enough ink in here for me to ink this up. However, I might have an inkwell that is easily accessible. Let me see if I can grab that. All right, so I have this ink, intra-bottle inkwell. And I have never used this, so hopefully it works. just to protect this nice white background that I so smartly chose. Oh, that worked. Look at that. All right, thank you to my mom who bought me this inkwell on a whim. It came with a purchase that she made for me. That was a very good decision that she made. All right, and then I probably need to wash that, so I'm just going to put it in my water cup. And let's clean this up. And I have a notebook with, it's a Galen Leather Co. Everyday Notebook. It has 52 GSM white Tomoe River paper. This lighting is really not doing this pen justice, by the way, but I mean, you can see the resin is absolutely gorgeous. All right, so we have a, oh, so nice. This could be posted. It is very long, but I suppose if I were worried about the cap, I absolutely could post it. It's a nice wet writer. So this is a flexible fine or elastic fine, 14 karat in angel skin, and it's inked up with Colorverse. Not an R at the end, whoops. Brunch date. And it does have some flex to it. It actually had, oh, that's really very soft. And the nib feels very smooth, almost like butter going across the page. Very smooth going across the page. That is fascinating how smooth it is. I really like that. Now, just out of curiosity, so I do have the other flex nib that was lent to me by Miss Marilyn Darling. Oops. So this can definitely flex more. You can get those tines to open up a little bit more. Sorry, Miss Marilyn, if you are yelling at me because I got some railroading going on. So there's that. Yes, this does not have the same amount of flex, which is perfectly fine, because I would want to be able to write with this without feeling like it's a fancy calligraphy writing session, and this would absolutely be able to do that. Wow. Wow, that it's really not a reverse writer. That really does not have any reverse writing. It quickly runs out of ink. So basically you can get just whatever ink is right at the tip when you do a reverse writing. Ooh. That's beautiful. Well, that just made me very happy. I'm going to keep coming back to, I'm very surprised at how smooth and buttery the nib is. There's no scratchy feedback. It's just gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Ugh. I got a new pen and I'm so happy. So yeah, thank you for watching this. I'm just in awe. I'm so pleased with this, and I'm so thankful that I was able to get this months earlier than what I had originally thought because of gambling. Don't gamble though. It's bad, right? But occasionally it's wonderful. All right. So thank you for watching. And I hope that you appreciated this video, and I am so thrilled to have this beauty in my collection. All right. Bye.